Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines. Now a look at the stats for Tyrese Halliburton.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips and all of a sudden you're locked in.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. And for Indiana, Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward. And the Pacers start off with the ball. Doris, as we get deeper into this schedule now, the NBA picture is starting to develop.
Kev, I love it because the intensity around the league is starting to tick up just a notch. You've got the teams that are very much hitting their stride and the others that are still trying to figure out, hey, what's working for us and what isn't working for us.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. White looking around. Pass to Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Back to White. Over Halliburton. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. In the corner, it's Nesmith. Off target from three-point range. And the Bulls with possession. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Now Giddey, following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton. It's stolen by Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
He's off on the first. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with a maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
And, Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Now here's White. 17 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Williams can't hit.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Nembhard. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Boy, misfiring on your first 4 shots. You've got to settle in here.
It's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. Williams passes to Vucevic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You have to admire the confidence of Nikola Vucevic. This close, he's focused on putting 2 on the board.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Nesmith. Now Siakam. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Nesmith, the pass to Nembhard. Now here's Siakam. Defense is right there. Pass to Nembhard. Shot clock at 5. Jackson is screen on White. It's Jackson with the drive. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's Buzelis. That's good, and so Giddy with the assist.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Jackson with the screen. Here's Siakam. They grab their own miss, and Jackson throws it down hard.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
And Chicago has possession, following the score by Indiana. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. Got that one up quick.
Well, you love the confidence from Pascal Siakam. Ready on the catch, rise and fire. Nicely done.
Giddy surveying the D. Fires from deep. And there's Buzelis on the assist from Giddy. Buzelis has got his second basket of the night. Out to the right wing. Neesmith finds Halliburton. Now Nembhard. Here's Neesmith. Left side Halliburton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Pass to Giddy. One-on-one here. Here's Halliburton. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
You see that Tyrese Halliburton does an extraordinary job picking his spots in the open floor. He simply has a knack to know when to run.
Here's Giddy. Still yet to score. And here's Vucevic. To the inside. Here's Buzelis. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Now, here's Neesmith. He's guarded by Williams. Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Williams sets a screen for White. Pass to Vucevic. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. It's Nembhard on the wing. White covering. It's good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 4. Now Vucevic, guarded by Jackson. Vucevic gets double teamed. Now here's Neesmith. Not a lot of room. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Pacers. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, there's the Bulls. They're much further down the standings right now. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And some changes here for the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Aaron Neesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. And a change for the Bulls. Herter's checked in. Bulls trail by 4.
Hey, yo, get on top.
Giddy with it. 14 points from him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Giddey. The Pacers making the shot. Pass to Herter to end the run. Buries the long-range jumper.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pacers leading by 3. And here's McConnell. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington. Puts one up from 19. Halliburton, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now Giddey. Still without a basket. 5 on the clock. Yes, that goes in. And now just a 1-point Pacer lead.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finishing the painted area. I can do that too.
And Indiana shooting just about an even 40% to start. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. Their great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Siakam misses. Chicago's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And White kicks to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Giddey against Halliburton. Jackson passes to Mathurin. It's rebounded by Herter. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Giddey with the bounce pass. To the paint. Herter, no good. Indiana leading. And stolen by Giddey. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 5 points so far.
I'll tell you clearly, this guy has found his rhythm. He's attacking with confidence early.
And here are the Pacers now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Indiana making some changes. Huff's jacked in, and it's Toppin in for Pascal Siakam. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Jalen Smith comes in for Buzelis. Okoro's checked in for Kobe White. And it's Dosunmu in for Josh Giddey. McConnell passes to Huff. Now here's Toppin, covered by Smith. Mathurin against Herter. Just 3 to shoot. Here's McConnell. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Chicago leading. Herter passes to Dosunmu. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
.151 left here in the opening quarter. Now, here's McConnell. No scoring in this one. Here's Mathurin. The shot that time, not on target. Here's Chicago. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Dosunmu, the pass to Collins. Inside. Here's Herter. It's rebounded by Indiana. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And stolen by McConnell. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And they say in today's game, Doris, no lead is safe, and that's especially true when you're playing the Pacers.
The comeback kings we saw in last year's playoffs, Kevin. They conjured up some of the most remarkable turnarounds in NBA history and the most unprecedented run of game-winning shots we've ever seen.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside Collins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Herter. The 17-footer goes down. Herter's got 7.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Siakam inside. Working on Collins. Yep, that one goes.
Well, high percentage shots are always at a premium. Pascal Siakam gets a great look there.
Herter against Mathurin. Herter with it. And stolen by Siakam. It's not going to go for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bulls out front, ending the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And here are the Bulls now. They've got T.J. McConnell. Shepard out there with Toppin. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Mathurin in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Now here is Smith. Hasn't made one yet. Giddey, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shepard with the ball. He's defended by Herter. Pass to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Over Collins. And that one comes up a bit short.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Good.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. And Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Tapping a screen on Giddey. McConnell passes to Siakam. Takes it off the glass. And that's now 9 points for Siakam.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Bulls shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Giddey against McConnell. Pass to Herter. Lets the 3 fly. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Siakam. True on the 14-footer. Siakam's got 11.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Now, here's Dosunmu, defended by Mathurin. Collins, a screen on McConnell. Giddey. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And stolen by Giddey. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. In third, the Pacers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
No good on the free throw. GA, you hear about 3 levels score. But is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Toppin can't get it to go. Bulls leading by 4. Herter finds Collins. And it's Giddey in the corner. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Collins passes to Giddey. 5 on the clock. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Down low, here's McConnell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Josh Giddey.
Yeah, T.J. McConnell just so reliable with the basketball in his hand. Draws the contact there.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Valdor's T.J. McConnell has been labeled a connector for both his contributions on and off the court.
You know, Kev, this is a high-energy player that you know what to expect on a nightly basis in terms of work habits and teammate skills. He's the legit perfect backup guard. He wants to orchestrate the offense and be disruptive on defense.
And stolen by Giddey. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you, Kevin.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Halliburton, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Giddey. Lets it go with a 3. And the Bulls with another miss.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
And it's off the back rim, no good.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. 7-point differential. Now, here's Halliburton. Defense right on him. Tries again. It's rebounded by Herter.
Boy, he'd be the first to tell you that is a shot that we expect him to make.
Collins setting the pick for Giddey. And finished off by Collins.
Love to watch Josh Giddey make plays. This guy's such a great facilitator.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Siakam finds Mathurin. Bounce pass Toppin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mathurin passes to Toppin. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Boy, Benedict Mathurin, that's a nice setup for his teammate. This isn't something he's known for.
Chicago leading by 7. Outside Collins. Back to Giddey. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Giddey's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
For Indiana, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. There's 3 of 9. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, you can see how big this guy plays inside. Siakam, tremendous vertical.
Here's Giddey. 8 points for him. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Herter. Defended by Mathurin. To the middle. Here's Collins. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pacers trail by 9. And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Pacers. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Toppin. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Then for the Bulls, Buzelis comes in for Collins. And it's White in for Kevin Herter. Bulls on D. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. From outside the arc, a nice shot by Nesmith. Nesmith has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here is Giddey. He's got 8. Halliburton with the steal. And here's the fast break. And stolen by White. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
A really talented youngster. Matas Buzelis comes from Lithuania, and they have a very rich basketball history there, and he's hoping to add to it.
The Bulls have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
That one is off. And it just seems like the Pacers have really shaken up the league, Greg, with their fast-paced, aggressive style.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, 2 star players who thrive in this up-tempo style. And if you look at the roster around them, the pieces fit.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Siakam outside. Pass to Jackson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Boy, we have seen Pascal Siakam really elevate his passing skills. What an outstanding distribution right there.
The Bulls leading by 5. And here's White. Nembhard covering. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Vucevic is screen on Nembhard. White the pass to Dosunmu. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jackson setting the pick here for Siakam. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Jackson.
Boy, we think of Pascal Siakam only as a scorer. That's a nicely placed dime right there.
Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. And Vucevic kicks to White. On the wing, Giddey. He's covered by Halliburton.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. 14 feet away. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Isaiah Jackson.
He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer. Understands the offense. Moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Free throw good. Siakam.
One of the things that we're watching happen with Pascal Siakam is the willingness to accept more and more responsibility, both from a leadership and a productivity standpoint, guys. And it has been something else to watch that growth.
Both good from the line that time. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Vucevic. Over in the corner, White. Back to Vucevic. Now Buzelis over Siakam. Second shot opportunity. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Toppin, he's checked in for the Pacers. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
In the corner, it's Nesmith. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Amard covering. Dosunmu finds Vucevic. Clock is at 3. Here's White. And again, no good by Chicago. Pacers trail by 5. Halliburton outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. An efficient score, Kobe White, effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Good on both.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Pass to Nesmith. Halliburton against White. Halliburton kicks to Toppin. A three-pointer, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pacers trail by 7. Halliburton finds Nesmith. That shot is off. Good D by Williams. Here's Buzelis. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Buzelis has got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Nemhard. Defended by Dosunmu. Out to the wing. Here's Jackson. Williams with the block. Now here's Dosumu. He's guarded closely. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's White. Here's Buzelis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Left side Jackson. Now Nesmith. Halliburton for three. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Indiana moving it around. Williams with the steal. Knocked loose. Halliburton with the steal. Trying to get something going. Pass to Nembhard. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's White. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm joined by Rick Carlisle, and Coach, probably not the first half that you were hoping for. What's the biggest area of concern?
Well, early turnovers hurt us. They're making shots, we're not. It's a long game. We just got to survive it and build this thing back up.
Can't give them any more freebies. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Chicago Bulls. And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie, it was not me. I never throw the first chicken wing.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched Kenny.
Well, I don't care who did it. You're both cleaning it up.
But Ernie, it was Kenny.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Indiana Pacers.
If you're shooting under 30% from three, try to find another way to score, man. This is crazy, Shaq.
Yeah, being one-dimensional, they're making it too easy on the defense.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Chicago leading by 9. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Patrick Williams. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. Now here's Williams. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. So the wing on the left. Here's Nesmith. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Okay, with this break, let's run down the point guards with the most assists in the league in the past 10 games. Number 1, Josh Giddey.
And for the purists out there, he has been fun to watch with the ball in his hands. I mean, he can make any pass on the court and creates so many easy baskets for his teammates.
It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam's got 5 rebounds tonight. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Now, here's Siakam. D right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Neesmith. A three-pointer off the mark.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Giddey, no good.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Buries it from three-point range. Neesmith has got the first points of the second half up on the board for Indiana. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Now, Giddey. 10 points for him. Here's White. Nembhard grabs the board. Nembhard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Now, this is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made 1 of your first 4 shots.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
This is where Halliburton can really hurt you, playing with pace, using his speed in transition.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They're scoreless since the first half.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Nikola Vucevic. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 15th in three-point shooting. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him. But time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for White. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Bounce pass, Halliburton. Pass to Jackson. Now Halliburton. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Halliburton. Back to Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Bulls leading by 3. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, "I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I kick it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play." Guys, back to you.
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Pass to Neesmith. And here's Jackson. Shoots over Vucevic. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Bulls have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Now here's White. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Pacers trail by 5. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Charity stripe shot, and Jackson with the basket on the assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Giddey. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Now that's a guy who's willing to mix it up offensively and draw the contact and get that opportunity for the old-fashioned N1. We see you, Josh Giddey.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
free throw good from Giddey.
When you look at Josh Giddey's overall skill set and combine that with the 6'8" size and the point guard mindset that he has, he is special. The playmaking, the willingness to score it in tough spots. This guy has got a bright future.
Jackson misses.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Pacers trail by 8. Halliburton outside. Indiana moving the ball around. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
When you think of Tyrese Halliburton, it is two things: positional size and unbelievable skill.
Nembhard against White. Takes the 13-footer, and once again off the mark by Indiana. Buzelis with the ball. Siakam's there. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Neesmith finds Halliburton. And here is Siakam. Jackson, a screen on Vucevic. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Jackson.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Giddey. He's got 15. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double-teamed. White. And again, Chicago. No good.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
Nembhard with it. Still without a basket. Here's Siakam. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Well, he's had terrific momentum all game. Pascal Siakam in his bag offensively.
Now here's Giddey. Outside Williams. Back to Giddey. Outside Williams. Pass to Vucevic. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Pacers moving it up. And here we go. Neesmith, the pass to Halliburton. Jackson trying to break free. It counts. And the foul. It's going to go on Buzelis.
Halliburton may have a lean frame, but right there he shows you how balanced he is. Fights off the defense on the way up. That's nice.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Neesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Chicago also making some changes. Collins checked in for Buzelis, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Williams.
A superb scorer and a talented distributor. Tyrese Halliburton is exactly the type of point guard every team would love to have.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 15. Here's Vucevic. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter. Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Siakam. Jackson, a screen on Collins. And the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, Pascal Siakam, much improved as a playmaker. He can score it or create shots for others.
Chicago has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Now Herter. It's White on the wing. Jacks up a 3. The Pacers pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And McConnell gets it to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here is Giddey. 15 points in the game. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. Inside. And Vucevic kicks to Giddey. The rebound by Halliburton. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And it's Mathurin missing. Chicago trailing here. Down low. And finished off by Collins. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
Yeah, and that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And here are the Pacers now. Outside Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Hits the three-point bomb. Halliburton's got 14 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Bulls shooting is leaving some to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Pass to Herter. Over in the corner, White. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done. Indiana making some changes. Buffs jacked in, and it's Toppin in for Pascal Siakam. And Chicago also making a switch. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. Good on the second free throw. Here's McConnell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Huff. Here's Halliburton. Fires the 3. And the Pacers another 3. I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end. Bulls trail by 4. Outside, White. Banked in off the glass. White's got 7.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Toppin. Halliburton on the wing. McConnell scanning the floor. Lock at 6. Collins grabs the miss. Chicago's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Back to Dosunmu. Here's Vucevic. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now, here's Toppin. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking them.
Mathurin against Herter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Good work there as it goes. Mathurin's got his first basket.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Now White. He's got 7. 1:02 left here in the 3rd quarter. To the inside. It's stolen by Mathurin. McConnell in the corner. Off target from outside. Bulls shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Dosunmu, the pass to Collins. Now here's Vucevic. Pass to White. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. And here's Collins from outside. The three-pointer is right on target. Collins has got 10.
Well, just because he's a center, don't be deceived. Vucevic loves connecting with his teammates. Pretty pass.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Halliburton. 17 points in the game. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Toppin can't get it to go. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bulls lead by 1. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Shepard. T.J. McConnell is out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's Siakam in at the 5 spot. That's the Pacers' 5. Now, here's McConnell. Shoots the 3. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by McConnell. Siakam's got 23 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Herter. Misses the layup.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Well, let's prove it time. 4th quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Dosunmu, the pass to Collins. And here is Giddey. And he makes good on the layup. Giddey's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
To me, it's the ability to facilitate that enhances Josh Giddey as a scorer. You've got to play him for both, and right now he's cooking the defense.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Herter. And it's off from three-point range. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Siakam, good. Siakam's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Giddey finds Dosunmu. Back to Giddey. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
The Pacers making a switch here. Halliburton's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Smith. And it's a Okoro in for Kevin Huerter. That free throw good from Giddey. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's foul number 2 for him. On defense, the Bulls, their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Toppin. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. McConnell's got 5 assists tonight.
Wow, from the arc, Toppin shoots with real authority. You can tell it's an area of the floor that he's comfortable.
Now here's Giddey. Now Vucevic, covered by Siakam. Vucevic to the pass to Dosunmu. Fires for 3. And it's McConnell with the rebound. Indiana's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Toppin. No good with the triple. And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. Trailing by 2, and that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Here's Halliburton. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Toppin sets a screen for McConnell. Chicago grabs the miss. Collins has got his 6th rebound on the night. The Bulls have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. 3-pointer. And the Bulls, another 3.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
Pass to Siakam. Shoots over Vucevic. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Siakam.
And he's someone the defense should be keying on, especially in this moment.
I think he takes that kind of defense as a sign of disrespect, and he was more than happy to accept the challenge.
Now here's Vucevic. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Well, the post-game, the jump shot, Vucevic, a capable scorer who loves taking over on the offensive end.
Siakam with it. To the paint. It's deflected. And the foul called on Dosunmu. That is his first foul of the game. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Toppin. Bruce Ellis is checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Okoro. Here's Jackson. Indiana moving it around. Tries a 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Dosunmu, another 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond. And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Halliburton against White. Siakam looking around. Crafty move. Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Bulls leading by 4. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now Shepard. Down low. It's stolen by Buzelis. On the wing, Dosunmu. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dosunmu's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, when you attack in the painted area, good things tend to happen.
And here is Siakam. Poked away. To the inside. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the score by Indiana. White, wide open, he fires. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Pass to Siakam. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Siakam's got 30.
Oh, an immediate response from Pascal. How about that three?
Giddey against McConnell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Giddey.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Nesmith comes in for Shepard. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Pacers trail by 6. Halliburton passes to Nesmith. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Vucevic. Pushing it up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, you can see the long, lanky frame of Josh Giddey on display.
And here are the Pacers now. Pass to Nembhard. For 3, Siakam. The offensive rebound. Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. And no good.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Now Buzelis. There's the 3. Pacers with the rebound. Nembhard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Takes it inside. Fires for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, Andrew Nembhard steps into that in good rhythm. Nice catch and shoot opportunity.
Now Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. And White kicks to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Shooting 1.
Pacers trail by 4. Inside, here's Nesmith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Buzelis.
Well, Aaron Nesmith has the kind of frame where if he gets that defender off balance, he's going to draw contact. That's a great play by the young man.
That free throw missing.
Well, Aaron Nesmith is a guy who's put in the time to become a key rotational player. What he gives you is points if he's given open shots. He's going to hit the glass hard, and you know this man is going to get up and guard.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
I don't know if he's just forcing things, but after one miscue in the first half, he's been a mistake waiting to happen since.
Siakam, high post. Halliburton on the wing. Jackson in the corner. Jackson, a screen on White. Here's Jackson. Good! Lays it right in there.
Nembhard has such great feel in pick-and-roll action, creating shots for his teammates. Nicely done.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, "Let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done." So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Vucevic. Now White. 5 to shoot. Giddey against Halliburton. No good. Had a chance to end the run right there.
Yeah, they collect one there, but overall, -10 rebounding for the game.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Chicago has gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Williams outside. It's good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Indiana trailing here. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Here's Siakam.
Yeah, this guy does such a tremendous job creating contact. Pascal Siakam, give him the up fake and draw the foul.
Let's check in for Chicago. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. The Bulls making a switch here. Herter's checked in. Making the second, and that ties the game up.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Now Williams. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. White. It's off target. The Pacers shooting well. They're at 45%. Now Siakam. Now Jackson. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Now the Bulls with it. A 2-point game. Giddey. Herter. The 3 is off.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
regular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Herter on the wing. Neesmith covering. White fires. He's off from 3. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Nifty move. Jackson with the rebound. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort. Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Knocks it loose. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.